Hi guys, I'm gonna show another rule from properties of exponents, and that is power rule. So let's look at the rule. So the rule says that if you have a number, let's say number a raised to the power x, and this whole thing is raised to the power y, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the base and we're gonna multiply the exponents. So we have x times y. So let's look at the first problem. So we have a x squared raised to the fourth power. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write x, but I'm gonna multiply the exponents, which equals x to the 8th power. The most common mistakes what students do, please don't do that. Do not write this problem as x to the 6th power. We are not adding, okay? So that's a no. So 2 times 4 is 8. We are not adding the exponents. All right, so let's look at the next problem. Again, try this one on your own. I'm gonna give you a second. Yeah, you guessed it right. So it's m to the 13th power because we multiply 6 times 5. Okay. So sometimes we do have negative exponents, so you might have negative 3 times 6, which is gonna be y to the negative 18th power. When this happens, we are going to use also negative exponent rule, and I'm gonna have a video on this separately. So when this happens, we don't wanna have a negative exponent, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip the fraction, and we're gonna make the exponent positive. So you might wonder, well, how are we flipping the fraction? There is not a fraction. Yes, there is. So it's y to negative 18 over 1. It's invisible 1. Okay? So let's look at power of a product rule. So what happens in this case is we might have a number, let's say number a and number b, and this whole thing is gonna be raised to the x power. So in this case, what we're gonna do is you have to treat this as invisible 1, a to the first power and b to the first power. And we're gonna distribute the x. The answer is gonna be something like a to the x power, b to the x power. Okay, so let's look at an example over here. We have 2m to the 4th power, the whole thing to the 3rd power. So what we're gonna do is, this is invisible 1, and we're gonna distribute this exponent. We're gonna multiply. We have 2 to the 3rd power, m to the 4 times 3. As you already know, this is a product rule, so it's 12 power. But we cannot leave 2 to the 3rd power just like that. We have to evaluate. So this is gonna be 8. How is that 8? Oh, well, you know, you have 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, okay? And then we have m to the 12th power. All right? So try next one on your own and then play the video again. Well, let's look at this problem. Again, this is 2 to the 1st power, x to the 1st power, and y to the 3rd power. So what do we have? We write 2, distribute the powers here, 2 squared, x squared, and y is 3 times 2 is 6 power. But again, we cannot leave 2 squared. We have to evaluate. So 2 squared is gonna be 4, and we're gonna have x squared over here and y squared over, y to the 6th power over here, okay? And sometimes we have negative exponents, so let's just evaluate this problem here. Again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna distribute the exponents. Basically, we are multiplying the exponents, and we're gonna end up with x, 3 times 5 is 15 power, y, 4 times 5 is 20 power, and z, negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 power. And as you know, we can have a negative exponent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rewrite this as a x 15 power, y to the 20th power, and then we're gonna move z in the denominator and make the exponent positive. Okay, why can I move this to the denominator? Because it's z to the z over 1. Okay, so negative exponent rule, we flip the fraction and make the exponent positive. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching and learning.